Hi and welcome to Gin Fun at Wine Mastery. Have we got a really strong special gin for you? As I said, we have a special gin. It is a gin that is 95% proof. Whoa! It's made by a distillery called Anno in Kent. Saw it advertised, thought give it a go because why not? It seems like, you know, a very different gin, and we thought we'd give it a go. What do you reckon, John? Are you looking forward to this?
Yes, I'm looking forward to the experience. Yes, that is it. I must say I'm also a tad afraid because one thing I'll mention, obviously, we are going to try this neat. I don't know if we should recommend such a thing, but we know that you are going to try it anyway. So one thing I will say, I mean, back in the day, I used to sell a lot of Polish spirits, and we used to sell particularly to one customer, and he used to keep it in his freezer because obviously it's so much alcohol, it wouldn't freeze, and he'd shot it, which I think was a traditional way of doing it. And we once had a spirit which was 95%, same as this monster. And we said to the gentleman, it's probably best you don't shot that one. It might not be too good for you. And he was like, I would not do that silly one. No bother. And of course, he came in a month or so later, and he had tried a shot, and he said it just burnt all the way down, and it hurt him. So we are going to be very careful with this, but in true kind of gin fun style, we do have to try it neat. We have to give our opinion. So
yeah, it's tradition.
It is indeed. So
yeah. So we're not recommending you do this. I mean, obviously, I think people will be exactly the same as me. I think, and you probably, John. You just need to sort of try it. Well, you don't need to, but you want to try it. So I think we're just going to be very careful, and we ask you to be very careful. And if you're at all of any doubt, don't do it. But we're going to do it just for you.
The curiosity is there. That's right. It's the curiosity.
And we know what that did to the cat.
Yes, and okay.
So there's no to be seen. Obviously, it's just a nice, clear gin. Nothing different in terms of the aesthetics of the gin.
I know, but I know it doesn't look like much, but it's still scary. It's 95%, John. 95%. This is
it's got to be, as you would say, treated with respect. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. So, oh, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
That sort of, you can feel that go up your nostrils, can't you? It charges up your nostrils. It plows its way through.
And also with that, don't get your nose right in there because that's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
right then, John.
Shall we?
Let's
go for it.
Okay.
You're waiting for me.
I'll give it a go with you.
Whoa. Whoa. So, obviously, the distiller doesn't recommend you drink it like that, so it's not designed to be drunk like that.
Nope.
But I have to say, obviously, apart from the burning tongue and the eye water...
It's delicious.
No, but that's the point, actually. I am impressed by how much taste there is there. I would have thought that much alcohol would have just burnt out any taste, and the sensation, the heat would have just ripped it away, and I really won't get anything from it.
The burn, as you said, John, is definitely there, and that is unlike any burn. I mean, I literally just touched that to my lips. I wouldn't even recommend having a sip of that. A touch into the lips, or in fact, not even that. I'd probably put your finger in, dab it on your tongue if you want to have a go. But as we were saying, we do not recommend having a go, but we also appreciate that curiosity does get people to do that. So if you are going to try it, just a little touch on your tongue just to see what it's like. Because as John just said there, it immediately warmed up everything. I mean, I could feel it going down a little bit, but I only had a nip, so I wasn't, because I was a bit afraid of that. But yeah, there is still flavour there, but there's absolutely no way that should be drunk neat. No way.
No way, and it's not designed to be. But yeah, anyway, it's an experience, and I can say I've done it now, so that's that one ticked off. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this two ways. The distiller suggests that you have 5 millilitres with 120 millilitres of tonic, so we're going to go for that. With 120
of the tonic, yeah, and 5 of the gin.
Yeah.
I think gives you what we'd call a single gin and tonic.
Yeah, and then also they suggest if you want something stronger, you go for, I think it's a 25.
So yeah, 25 ml then of the gin, but sticking with 120 of the tonic.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a gin cordial, or a dilute gin, a cordial for adults.
Yeah, I guess it's, there would be perhaps there is an environmental case to be made for this gin, because obviously the same amount of alcohol in a smaller bottle in terms of the carbon it takes to get to you, because it takes less packing, etc.
Yeah.
And less weight going to the,
I'll go with that, John.
Anyway, so let's try it with some tonic.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Voila! So we've added, as we said, we've added the tonic, 120 millilitres, and this is supposed to be equivalent to their normal. They call it a light drink, don't they?
Yes, a lighter gin and tonic. Very specific with these measurements.
Yeah.
Just in case we don't want to.
And in case you're wondering how we measured that 5, they do give you, as part of the bottle, they give you this tiny little measuring jar, so it's quite handy. So yeah, it comes in nice.
Yeah,
handy.
keep that.
Full of everything.
So, I mean, look, it's nothing untoward there.
No.
On the nose.
I get a lemon.
But a lot of lemon. It smells like lemon pith.
I'm not yet.
Is that it's oily, pithy.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Smells like, okay, I'm getting in.
Okay, so am I. Now that is like a nice light gin and tonic. Lots of lemon taste in there. The lemon taste is not the same as when you have a slice of lemon in there, is it?
No.
I think it's getting more the sort of pith, the skin of the peel.
I'm more intense because a mouth feel of that. For me, what I got was the lemon, which we spoke about. That comes through nicely, but then it all went away, and then it was just the juicy or the freshness of the tonic. Kind of, it was just like washed it all away, and it was gone. But then it came back again, but just with that lemon in. But there's no real juniper in there. There's not.
No. No, it's not. Is there? It's not. It's not. Well, it's not a typical gin. It's not a London dry gin, is it? If that's what you're expecting.
Yeah,
then,
true.
This is going to keep that. So if you like lemon, like lots of lemon in your G&T, you're really going to enjoy this. I would imagine you're really going to enjoy this.
But it is it's interesting. I am enjoying
it.
As a long drink.
I'm enjoying it a lot more than when I did it neat.
Oh, yeah. Well. Maybe when people try this, you can give us your experience on that as well. But I think this would make a very, very nice long drink.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the ratio right,
Yeah.
on how you're doing it. Because obviously, well, I suppose that is the. I mean, I'm saying this now because I'm looking at that and thinking it's not much of a gin and tonic there. Whereas most of us, especially now, most of us are drinking at home. We wouldn't make that size. Well, I definitely wouldn't make that size gin and tonic.
No.
Mine would be in the bowl and.
Yeah.
And so, but we're just tasting it here. That's all it is. We're giving our opinion on it. And actually, I came at this looking at it as a novelty. It might not be that much of a novelty. It's actually
No,
quite
I
nice.
agree. Actually, I take your point there. I was also looking at it as a novelty. 95%, and that was let's try it. But actually, it is coming. Yeah, it is sort of a higher standard than I would expect, and that's. I hope distillers don't sort of take me the wrong way. I've not tasted any of their other products, so it's my first experience with your product. It's very nice indeed. And the other thing is that lemon. Because I was expecting that lemon taste then to be sort of almost like a chemically lemon, but it is a very natural, nice, and somehow, I don't know how, but somehow a little bit sweet, rather than, it's not sort of making me go, but it's really, the intensity of the lemon is still there.
It's clever how they've done that, because you said that it is intense that lemon flavour. And I can't find much more in there, but that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. I mean, and gin. There's no juniper. But it is a very refreshing drink on its own right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, should we just try the one that's supposed to be a little bit stronger, which is putting in 3 times, so 20 millilitres of.
Yeah, so
gin.
That'd be interesting. All right, we'll see you there. We'll do that.
Okay. Voila! So we've now have one with 20 millilitres and 120 millilitres of 25 millilitres. Sorry, isn't it?
So it's 20. Yeah, we moved from the 5 to 25, but sticking with 120 of the tonic.
Yes.
And you can see immediately there the colour has. It's got that cloudiness, which
is the botanicals coming out.
Yeah, I always think that is to do with the alcohol, because you know the stronger the gin, usually you get a cloudier gin. But I know we have since learned that it is to do the botanicals. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Right. Well, that's a bit go on the old nose.
Always looks like Pernod, doesn't it?
That reminds me.
What?
It reminds me of the Royal Fox gin, or which used to be the Craft Fox gin, but they're Navy strength, and it reminds me of a few Navy, because it has that immediate earthy kind of. The lemon's gone. It's lost the lemon.
On the nose, it has.
Oh, now that smells more like a gin and tonic for me. That's how I would like the gin and tonic to smell. But smelling that, I'm thinking it's making my mouth water a bit. I'm thinking I'm in for a good gin then.
Okay, well, shall we try?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
And then you do get much more gin with that, don't you? There's much more gin coming through with that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The lemon is sort of round the edges of it rather than sort of in the middle as it was in the...
Yeah, it's not the predominant flavour, it just peaks in a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It comes in and says, I'm still here. But that, I'm actually quite impressed with that.
It's got a nice sort of mouthfeel to it as well, quite smooth, velvety feel.
Oh, and oily, almost. Oily kind of mouthfeel.
Very nice.
It is. It's staying in there. It's going for quite a while. That's actually, I might be shocked and not disrespect again. I have come into this as a novelty, and I've been very impressed with that, very impressed. It just comes across like a class gin, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I wouldn't have, again, no disrespect, I just didn't expect that.
No, so I mean, it's it is certainly worth giving this a go. I mean, that it tastes, and that is a really serious gin and tonic as well, if you know what I mean. You can feel the it's a strong gin and tonic.
Yeah.
You can feel that. It's not one you'd want to rush. Unless you had a really bad day. It's not one you want to rush.
It has a warming quality again, like you say. It's a serious gin, so it's that warming quality, but not the alcohol burning there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a fabulous little one to. I mean, if you know people who like gin, I think this would be a cracking little present. I think people would like to have a go at that. I'm not so sure. It might be good in like I don't know, at the end of it, because it's a bit filly. I think it'd be nice to have as your first drink, or like a dinner party, just show it around and see how people get on with it with the five, and then that, because that's really interested me as that. But I think in a kind of drinking party situation, I think it's a bit faffy, and not in an horrible way, but I wouldn't want to be measuring that out with that and making sure that that's compatible with that kind of thing. But no, I think
having said that, I think that if you were to, I think you could probably judge it after a while. It's just because 5 millilitres is different, but I think actually you would just get to know what 5 millilitres is, and
just like I know how much a double is when I'm pouring it at home. That's what I tell the other half anyway, really.
Yeah,
it's definitely a double that day. Yeah, definitely.
If you want to drop more in, too much in, you can always add a little bit more tonic, couldn't you? So.
But yeah, very well done.
Yeah, very well done, guys. Very well done indeed.
Just remember, if you're going to try and eat, though, I think we need to repeat that. If you're going to try and eat, just a little nip on your tongue. That's it.
Yeah, don't repeat this at home, kids.
No. I'm going to go home and try it now.
Well, that's very nice indeed. So a really great surprise there. Really love that. So if you guys have got any suggestions in terms of gins that you think we should try, or indeed if you're a distiller yourself and would like us to review your gin, please just drop us a line. We'll be more than pleased to add you to our Gin Fun channel here at Wine Mastery. And so until the next time, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. If you like this episode, then just give us the thumbs up. Click the little bell, and that'll make sure the next time we publish a video, you'll be one of the first people to know that it's out and waiting for you. And so until the next time, whether it's Wine Mastery on wine or whether it's Gin Fun on gin, we look forward to seeing you. Chin chin.
Chin chin.